Hey everybody, Kyle here with Spicer Designs. Drive it like you stole it. Welcome back to the channel. Semi. What in the hell are these guys doing over here with all the freaking noise? They obviously don't know I'm shooting a video over here. Alright, today I have what I think is going to be a fairly good video. Lots of layers to it, just a lot of stuff going on. Thanks again to all the new subscribers that came to see the ultimate welding cart. I am really enjoying this project. It's still going to be a week or two before I get that last final video out when this thing is completely done. It's hard to kind of balance everything right now and find time to design and build the last portion of the welding cart. But it's getting there. And we are going to be giving away an Arc Captain MiG 200, which is one of Arc Captain's top selling welders, but we are going to be giving that away on the third and final ultimate welding cart video. So make sure you catch that video quick so that you can comment and subscribe and all that happy crap to get entered into that giveaway. Honestly, your chances of winning it should be pretty high. Now I have a lot of cool things to show you in today's video. One of them is right there. You cannot see it. It's just out of the frame. The other thing is sitting underneath that white foam. Both items, very cool, and in my opinion, every shop or man cave should have them. I just don't see any other way around it. I mean, you really should have them. And now I have them, finally. So we're gonna jump right into this. I'm gonna show you the first item that every shop or man cave should have. No, it is not this disgusting moving blanket. That smells like urine. But you could probably hear what the item is, because it's right behind me next to my mic. Without further ado, freaking customizable beverage cooler. I finally have a fridge, cooler, whatever you want to call it, in the shop where I can keep some drinks. The beer's not in here yet, unfortunately. I just have some of these fruity drinks. No, for the girls. I would never drink this crap. And it's got some lights on it. The upper section here illuminates, and of course you have a nice LED strip light that illuminates everything inside of the cooler. This is, realistically, this is a commercial grade cooler. And this came from Iron Mountain Refrigeration. I believe that they are a family-owned company right here in the US. I actually reached out to them and asked if they would be willing to collaborate with the YouTube channel. Luckily they said yes, so they did in fact send me this cooler, and I was able to customize it with my machine logo. And believe it or not, this is a fairly inexpensive beverage cooler for the quality that you get. There's a lot of junk out there on the market. This thing is very nice. So on both sides it has this white wrap with your customized logo. Of course I picked my machine logo. And then on the top here, you've got the light up version of it. Very cool. And then you've got your LED light strip on the inside of the cooler. All of the racks are all adjustable. I forget how many cans that you could fit in this thing, but it is a ton. Way more cans than I need. It's perfect for out here. And then same thing on the other side, you can kind of see it sneaking through there, my machine logo. So it's got your brand all over the thing, very cool. And you could pick whatever graphic that you want to put on it. It doesn't have to be a brand, it could just be whatever design that you want to send them. Now, this is what I liked about this cooler. I liked it because I'm trying to save space here in the shop. There's cabinets, workbenches, welders, plasma tables, all kinds of crap all throughout the shop. My first thought was to get one of the beverage coolers that sit about 3 foot high or so. You typically see them like under cabinets. I just thought that this design was the perfect fit for the shop because it is slim and it is tall, and you can fit a ton of bottles or cans, whatever the hell you want. Down here on the bottom, it's got this little display so you can adjust the temperature of the cooler. I just opened it up a handful of times, that's why the temperature went up. Usually I have it set at 36 degrees, and the door has a lock and key. So if you want to, and you have kids running around and you get a bunch of beer in here, you don't want them drinking, you can lock the door on this thing. Or if you're using it for commercial use, like it's realistically intended to be, maybe you're closed, but it's still accessible, you can lock the door on it. So that is gonna be really nice to have in the shop because the house is about 400 foot away from here. Sometimes I'm out here welding and fabricating and I get parched and I have to walk to the house. It's rough. No one should have to do that. No one. Anyways, I will leave all the information for Iron Mountain Refrigeration down in the description. I highly recommend you go check them out. They have all kinds of different options for coolers, freezers, I think ice makers, all kinds of good stuff on their website. Good quality right there. I do have some other really cool stuff to show you on the fab table right here, but we're not gonna look at those yet. I need your help. I want to talk about my shop and the future plans for it, because I've noticed a lot of great ideas in the comments, and I would love to get your guys' input and thoughts on some of my ideas and maybe throw in some of your ideas. So let's head back outside. I want to show you the outside of the building and kind of talk you through what my master plan is. So here is my shop. This is a 24-inch digging bucket. Man, I get distracted easy. Now, I did not build this shop. This was already here when we bought the property. It is 40 feet wide, almost exactly, and 36 foot deep, and the ceiling height inside the shop is 14 foot. And that is the highway, where I hear lots of road noise. Here comes a semi. Tarp your load, a**hole. This is a son of a... This is why I don't like filming on here. This is a 12 foot wide by 12 foot tall door. And believe it or not, this is also a 12 foot wide by 12 foot tall door. Pretty amazing. And none of it has any gutters on it. So as we're looking at the shop, the road is over here. There's a semi. Right over here on this side of the shop, it drops off quite a ways. It's probably hard to tell on camera like it always is. But as we come over to this edge, it drops off about... Hold on. Drops off about 30 feet down. Maybe hard to tell, but there's a big washed out embankment over there. But there's plenty of structure here. It's not like the side of the barn is gonna cave in and fall down the hill. But I have that tree, that tree, that tree, that one, and a big old branch over here. I want to take all those trees down because they're just too close to the shop. There's some pretty good firewood there too. Over here on the left side of the building, once these trees are gone, I thought about putting in a 20-foot shipping container and making that a designated paint booth. I can keep all that crap and overspray out of the shop. So that's the plan for that side of the building. Let's look at the other side of the building. So as we come around the corner, this is that landing pad that I put in a while back where you could basically park an RV or a camper. I installed an RV outlet right there. Obviously, the air conditioner's right here, and right on the other side of this wall is the furnace. My propane comes in right here. The propane tank is sitting right behind the camera. You saw that as we were kind of walking through. And the electrical comes into this building all the way from the other pole barn on my property where the Keystone Girls gym is going to be. We have a transformer up there by the house, which then feeds a 200 amp service on the pole barn. Then it goes from there to the cabin, and it also goes from there and brings a 200 amp feed out to the shop. It's aluminum conductors, not the greatest, especially with the distance. So in my opinion, I don't have a true 200 amp service out here at all. And I'm a little concerned about the distance with the aluminum conductors with voltage drop. So here's my thought. As we look back toward the road area, the driveway comes in right over there. My high voltage comes right through here, right across this landing pad, continues around. It turns right here, and it follows that trench where I dug the trench for the Wi-Fi, shoots through the woods and goes to the transformer up by the house. So I have high voltage right here underneath me. It's deep, but I'm standing on top of it right now. So my thought, which I've already initiated a call to the local REMC, is to install another transformer somewhere over here, bring another secondary feed off into the shop with a 200 amp service. I don't need any more than 200 amps out here. I'm not running a big operation. It's mostly just me. So that is plenty sufficient. So that's the plan with the power. Plus, it'll give me an isolated meter where I could then charge the shop specifically for the electricity that it's using. All right, so that takes us to the back of the shop now. We are on the opposite side of the overhead doors. There's the septic tank right there. If you were to pull a line off the side of the building, it is inside of that line. So that's gonna have to go bye-bye. Also, anybody interested in a hot tub that I have no clue if it works or not that came with the house, let's just see what the hell's in here, because I bet it's disgusting. I've looked in it from time to time. Oh, this cover weighs like 300 pounds. Oh my God. That cover is completely filled with water and ice or something. All right, before the previous homeowners moved, They poured this big concrete pad back here. I think they were actually planning on putting an in-ground pool. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I have this concrete pad here now. It may be getting ripped out. I just don't think I can utilize it. All right, coming back toward the woods, we got a trail that goes back into the woods. I did walk this off right before this trail, somewhere in this area right here. If you look down the side of the building, I want to double the size of this building. Add another 36 foot this way by a complete 40 foot wide, literally taking that building and doubling the size straight back here. So looking at this building, you can see that the gable is on the side. So in order to double the size of this building, I need to change the direction of the gable. So the gable will then tie into the side of the roof over there, and the gable would be on what would be this side right here, but obviously with the addition. That is my thought. I just don't see any other way to add on to this without changing the gable. Let's go back inside now. I actually drew up a floor plan on Fusion so you can get a better idea of the layout and what exactly I plan on adding in that addition. All right, we're back inside. We're gonna continue with the master plan here in a minute. Let's jump into some of the stuff I have going on here because it is pretty cool. So this item right here, I had a company named Hyperlight, which they're pretty well known for their lighting. And this is something, again, every shop or man cave should have. All right, here we go. This is an LED sign that looks like your traditional neon sign, but it's not, it's LED. And it's combined with a piece of acrylic that has the other details of my logo on it. So like all the internals of the track, gears and rollers, those are all a colored film that's stuck onto this piece of acrylic. I'm not sure exactly how they do it, but it's pretty cool. Obviously they can't get into super crazy detail with all of the neon lights because they can only bend and flex so much. So they have to make up for it with the other vinyl or whatever it is that they stick on here to create all the other details in the logo. Now, it actually looks like this thing is on right now. It's very deceiving, but it is not because it's just sitting on my bench and it's not plugged in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it installed on the wall. Should be really easy to do. They give you all the hardware, all the parts that you need to do it. And then we'll light this sucker up and see how it looks in here. All right, moment of truth. It comes with this fancy little remote right here. So you can turn it on and off. You can adjust the brightness of it, or you can just straight up hit the brightness percentage that you want. And it's got a timer on it, 5, 10, 30, 60. So you can set a timer and I believe it'll just shut off. I haven't tried it yet. So let's see if this thing works. Bingo. All right, let's go ahead and try 50%. Okay. 20%? All right, that's pretty cool. And 100%. Very nice. All right, let's shut the light off and see how it looks in here. All right, here we go, lights. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So you can see when it's dark, it's a little bit harder to see the inner details of there where the vinyl is cut and put on there, but it still looks pretty cool like that. Let's step back a little bit and let's dim it down. Let's go to 50%. And I forgot to mention, I didn't really have a great color scheme for the machine logo, so we just did like a red, white, and blue theme. So everything is red. We obviously got red, white, and blue, and some red over there. And then the part where the actual plasma machine is, and the cord that comes around to make the C in the eye is the plasma torch. There's a little bit of yellow right there too where the arc is. All right, so there you go. The Hyperlight LED/neon look-alike sign. You can do your custom logo. If you send them your logo or whatever design that you want to be lit up, they have a design team that will take it and they'll kind of alter it in a way where they can install the LEDs on there. They will send you a rendering for your approval. It's really a pretty easy process. So I will have links for everything that you need to get more info on one of these LED light up signs from Hyperlight. They're pretty freaking cool. The Iron Mountain Refrigeration cooler and the Hyperlight sign, I think I have discount codes for those. If I do, they will be down in the description as well. And it looks like Hyperlight gives you like an extra little gift for the bedroom, I guess. I don't know, some kind of a little tickler. We're a big fan of the ticklers, so we have a straight up cabinet just full of tickling feathers. So this may very well get put to use. We'll see. Now I will show you the rest of this stuff toward the end of the video. I have 3 other things that I want to show you. Nothing crazy, but they're pretty cool. For right now, let's jump back into the master plan for the shop. This is where things get good. And this is where I'm gonna need your help. Just take it easy, Dozer. Don't work too hard.
You're your boy. You're a good boy.
All right, we're gonna start at the man door. Damn it! I'm gonna run through this quick for you, because most of the people that watch the channel, you already know how the whole shop is set up. On this wall, which is the same wall where the RV parking is, we've got all these cabinets and toolboxes and my fab table, welding cart that's just there temporarily. In the corner is the bathroom. We just have a toilet, a sink, me, some soap, tea tree, very elegant, dookie spray. I actually use that as my cologne too. Rise and shine, mother clucker. Nice shop towel. So the plan is that the bathroom is gonna stay. Originally, I was gonna change it, but I decided not to. The furnace, it's always making noise, that's going somewhere else. This section right here, I've got some shelving with some junk on it. That's all gonna go away. Plasma table. I'm going to be upgrading this to a larger table. I'm not sure what brand that is gonna be yet. I have no idea. Right here, there is going to be some tool chests with the countertop space. There's gonna be possibly this fab table or another one just as a workbench where I would probably talk in most of my videos right there with a nice backdrop and some logos and all that crap. Over here, we've got the Monport CO2 laser, the X-Tool lineup of lasers. I've got some tumblers that I did for another project and video that will be coming, I think, next Wednesday. The Evolution miter saw, that thing is freaking amazing. And of course, I'll have links for all this stuff in the description, I always do. Something underneath that moving blanket will be revealing in the next couple of weeks or so. We just did the Mongo high inertia mulcher. If you didn't catch that one, that thing is freaking amazing. And that video will be next Saturday of that thing in action. Over here in that second bay, that is where the larger plasma table is gonna go, and all of the lasers are gonna go away. And the main bay by the man door, that bay is always gonna be open for doing maintenance on vehicles, equipment, and maybe any other project that I have. I'll have a nice open space for that. Dozer's gotta have somewhere to lay down. So that all works great for me right now. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is temporarily in place so I can function, run the business, make my YouTube videos, all that good stuff. But in order to grow this thing and do it more efficiently, I just need some more space. So we're gonna jump on Fusion. I did create a floor plan here that is to scale, and I can kind of run you through my idea or the master plan, and hopefully I can get some input from you. Maybe I missed something or you have some better suggestions. So right here is the existing shop. Here's the man door, the two 12-foot doors, and then that RV parking area is over here. And then over on this side is where I was wanting to put the shipping container for some kind of a makeshift paint booth area. So we come in the man door, this whole wall will be completely wide open, except for in the corner, I'm probably gonna have my car washing supplies right next to where that giraffe wall mount pressure washer is. Otherwise, that entire wall right there is all gonna be for display. I want to do it with like barn wood or pallet wood or something, and have a bunch of metal signs and metal decor that I make all up there on display. So the idea is every month maybe, I'll have some kind of an event here, maybe give out some free weenies and beer, if that's legal, maybe water, coffee, jungle juice. And that will give customers the ability to see what I can make for them. They can put in an order, they can buy something that I have in stock. You get the point. The bathroom right here, that will stay where it's at. And then this is where my cabinets are gonna be with a workspace, like a bench top. And then I'll have another workbench right here. This will be a spot where I'll do like intros to videos and I'll talk about different products and stuff like that. It'll have a nice backdrop, a nice clean look for the videos. Currently the plasma table is right here. That will be getting moved over to here. There is a floor drain underneath it, so that works well for cleaning the water table. This will be a 4x8 table. I'll have material storage right here along this wall. And then right here, I would like to get a 4x8 fixture table. I wanna have something where I can build and assemble metal projects that has a perfectly machined surface within a tolerance, so I know everything is on the same plane. I could square everything up, I could clamp things down. Be very nice to have in the shop. And then along the wall over here is probably gonna be the ultimate welding cart. I have something else coming very cool in the next couple of months. Maybe some bolt bend storage, kind of like what Doug from One Eye Customs just picked up. Probably put that along the wall right here. And that's pretty much it for the shop space. I'll have a couple other things like the Evolution saw and the K-Cup handbrake I'll have to squeeze in there. My beverage cooler. So now we're gonna get on to the addition. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I want to double the size of the shop. So let's take a gander at that. Here is the addition. So here's the bathroom, just to put it in perspective. We'll have a man door right here. You'll enter into a nice open hallway. I personally think hallways are a total waste of space, so I tried to eliminate as much of the hallways I possibly could, but I found this to be pretty functional. I did make it a little bit wider, so if you had to bring things in and out of these rooms, you had a way to like kind of turn the corner. So starting off with this little room right here, you'll enter in through this man door, and this is going to be the laser engraving room. It's going to be its own specific room. It's going to have its own ventilation. It'll keep all that equipment isolated from the rest of the shop. So right here is the Monport CO2 laser. This is all benchtop right here. We'll have the X-Tool P2S, we'll have the X-Tool S1, and then maybe over here we'll have the X-Tool F1 Ultra, and then I'm guessing right here would be a spot for someone to sit down with their computer or laptop and they can work on all their designs and actually run the machines. And if I had an employee, that would probably be their workstation or their desk. And the reason I have this larger space right here is so that I can get larger equipment like the CO2 laser in and out into the shop space, and that will be probably some kind of a roll-up door. Ideally, I would love to get like a custom-made glass roll-up overhead door. That's a 60-inch opening. I'm not sure if I can get one that small. I'd have to imagine there's someone out there that can do it. Now over in this space right here, this is going to be a mechanical room. I'll have the furnace in here. I'll probably have a larger air compressor, and it will be soundproofed very well so we won't hear it. Probably have a water heater in there. The electrical panel will get moved into there as well. Also in here, along this wall space right here, I'd like to have another benchtop. I haven't designed it yet for shipping. Basically have a bunch of shipping supplies on this wall and then have a workbench right here so that you can put everything in the boxes, tape it up, put the labels on, all that good stuff. Now before we jump into the rest of this whole area right here, I want to put in radiant floor heat into the concrete. That is what I think would be the most efficient way. I'd probably do 2 zones. One zone would be for my office, the laser engraving room, and the shipping area, and then the second zone would be for the living space, which I'm going to show you here in just a minute. But this whole existing shop area that I'm in right now, this would still probably be heated and cooled with the existing furnace that I have. So now we'll go into my office here. So pretty large office, but it's not going to be just an office. The nice sliding glass door right here. There's going to be hopefully a nice little covered porch back here that would kind of look out toward the roadway and over that ravine. You have a couch right when you walk in. This will be a sleeper couch, so we can open it up. If someone's staying over, they got a spot where they could sleep. This right here is going to be a wet bar with a beverage cooler, maybe a microwave. This is going to be a conference table slash podcast. I would like to maybe get into doing some podcasts in the next couple of years. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but I think it'd be cool to get some other YouTubers, some other channels over and just kind of talk to them and include you in the conversation. And then right here, of course, this would be my desk. And I don't have any windows shown anywhere on this. There are going to be windows, I just haven't decided where yet. But that is the plan for the office space. So now we'll get into the living space. So this is going to be roughly around 24 foot by 25 foot. It's not huge, but I worked on this design for a little bit, and I think it's actually a pretty good design for the space. This is going to be for family and friends, maybe other YouTube collaborations. This will be a spot where someone could come out here, we could shoot a video, we could have family come into town, and they'll have their own space to stay in. They'll have a lot more privacy, obviously. Plus, it'll add a lot of value to this whole entire building. So first, starting off with this bathroom, the idea is that if someone was staying here on the sleeper sofa and someone was also staying in the living space, they could still share this bathroom. Or if I have an employee that's doing laser engraving or I'm in the office, I could still use that bathroom as well, or the employee. You could still enter it from this main hallway, or you can enter it from the living space. You would just have to lock both doors. So there'd be a shower, this is going to be a vanity, and this is obviously the shitter. Otherwise, you'll walk into this door, which is just a secondary entrance or exit for the living space, into the kitchen. You'll have the fridge right here, the oven, the sink. This is all countertop space here. And then there's going to be an overhang on these two sides for a couple of bar stools. That will be the eating area. This is going to be a small little living room, sectional couch, end table. We'll have the TV right here, so anyone sitting here can watch TV. Same with the couch. There'll probably be a nice big window right here. Then you enter into the bedroom, queen size bed, end table, TV. And then we have a small closet here. If you're just coming for a weekend, you're really not going to need a lot of closet space, so that should be sufficient. And then you'll go up the stairs. There's actually going to be a loft area. So if you follow this line going this way to the corner, over, and then straight across here, this will all be loft space. It's going to be closer to the ridge of the building. I would like to get a vaulted truss for that section. So all over the living room area and part of the seating area will all be open, but over this section there will be a nice loft. There will be a second bedroom, almost exactly like this one, but stacked on top of it. It probably will be a little bit bigger. And I'll have a nice open railing here that will overlook into the living space. And then I'll probably build another closet up here, just in case later on our daughters get older and we decide to get them out of our house. They could potentially live in this thing for a little bit till they figure out what they want to do. And then there will be a front entry right here and probably a small covered porch on the front of this. This will actually overlook the pond, which is somewhere in this area. And maybe eventually I can add on with the lean-to on this side for a little parking area. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to do something like that, but for now, I'm just trying to budget for this main addition. So that is my master plan for the shop. Now I don't quite have the funds for that addition this year, hoping that I can get the funds together for next year to build the shell of that. I'll probably have the shell built by the same company that built this pole barn. And then I will do all of the radiant floor heat. I'll have the concrete poured. I'll do all my interior walls. I'll finish out the rest of it myself. So if you saw something that I missed there, or if you have any other suggestions, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. I feel like it's honestly a pretty good plan. I think it would add a lot of value to our property. One day when we get older and retire, we could potentially divide off the house and 5 acres and most of the pond, sell it, and we could probably live in this shop space where I could still shoot a video every once in a while. We can live in that thing and maybe do a little bit of traveling. I mean, who knows? All right, we're gonna wrap this thing up because I know this video is getting long. I did lots of talking like I usually do. I wanna just talk about these things real quick. First thing, this was sent from a viewer of the channel, Darren, over at DC Motive. Great dude, he's always commenting on all the videos. Very much appreciated. He sent me a couple of his hats from DC Motive. He also has a YouTube channel. He does like custom motorcycle work, mostly on vintage models, but he's got a really cool logo and some pretty cool stuff here. Sent me a nice hoodie with his logo on there, some bottle openers and stickers, and he sent me some other t-shirts too for myself and my wife. Those are all inside right now. If you have a chance, check out his channel. I'll leave a link for it down in the description. Thanks, Darren. Look at me, I didn't even fold the freaking hoodie. I'm such a freaking slob. I need more room for my collaboration hats up there. Next item. This is from WaySafe. As most of you know, I am affiliated with WaySafe, so I do have a discount link that I always include in the description. They did not send me this, I purchased it. I don't expect them to send me everything that I want. They may have done that. I'm not gonna get greedy. Since I've gotten the new truck, there's a couple things that I've always wanted to get. One of them is a recovery rope. So besides hitches, WaySafe also sells all kinds of other stuff, and one of those things is recovery ropes. This is a 1-inch diameter by 30 foot long. These ropes are freaking insane. And believe it or not, this thing's actually really, really reasonably priced. I forget what it cost. I think it was 130 bucks. But I mean, this is a freaking serious rope. So I plan on keeping this in the truck at all times in case I got stuck or someone else did. If I needed to help someone, I could do it. I'm prepared. It's got a nice little carrying bag. I don't know if I'll be able to fit that rope back in there once I unwind it. Yeah, buddy. They also have like different combinations for different hitches that you could put in that have like a clevis on them, or they just have like an open hole. They sell like soft shackles, all kinds of good stuff. So WaySafe, not just hitches. The next thing, I just want to show it to you. This is from Evolution Power Tools, just like my saw over there I was just showing you. I do have a relationship with Evolution, but I want to experiment with putting some fixture holes in this fab table here. There's been many situations where I'm welding some square tube. I just need something to pin down the square tube in the middle area of the table. So in order to do this, I asked my contact at Evolution if they would mind sending me this mag drill, and they did, so thank you. So we will be demonstrating this mag drill in another video. It's pretty damn cool. If you're not familiar with mag drills, it's kind of the way to go when you're looking to bore a big hole, or really any hole, into steel, whether it's in the vertical position or horizontal or whatever. You set it on the material, you turn on the magnet, and it gives you a nice clean perpendicular hole, very smooth, lots of control. It's very safe. It's not going to bind up on you and hurt you. So look forward to seeing this in the near future. And along with that, they sent me a bit kit, 12-piece Cyclone annular cutter set, 1-inch depth of cut. And I know what some of you are going to say. You did not say machine in this video. Machine. Yes, I did. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this one. Check out that description. I'll have links for all kinds of crap down there. Let me know what you think of my master plan for the future shop build. I've been putting a lot of thought into it lately and mostly dreaming, but I would love to hear any suggestions. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah! I'm taking a guess right now that this video was, I'm gonna have to really trim some fat off it, but I'm gonna say at least 35 minutes. We'll see how close I am. Damn it. That was a real toilet paper so you can wipe your ass. A couple of rugs soaked in human urine. I can't say that without laughing. There's no urine on those rugs.